Oh, hey, I'm not in class today, but that's perfectly fine. You guys have a substitute teacher today. I hope everything is going according to plan, or at least to an extent. You guys gotta be respectful. The substitute teacher is just as valuable as the main teacher. Now then, as you can see, I'm not in class. I'm over here doing something. I'm either at a meeting at some school or I'm at a meeting somewhere. But obviously I am not in class. As for you guys, you students, you guys have to do something. You guys are obviously in my period, but I'm not there present. You guys have a substitute there. But I have the transition over there to get to the main points. But for now, for this part of the video, let's go over what we did previous class. If I remember correctly and looking through this computer, we went over one major key, and that was the ability to summarize short stories. If you guys remember how to summarize short stories, you remember that I made it one criteria, I made it one major rule. You guys had to be able to summarize each of the stories that I provided for you guys in less than 1 to 2 sentences. Now then, in the readings, it must have been easy because there's only 1-page documents that I provided for you guys. Now, overall today, you guys are going to be reading something much bigger. I won't get into too much details, right? I'm going to let the substitute teacher take over that part. Now, for the book you guys are reading, it's much bigger and much more immense. It's intense. Because it dived into something that I wanted to talk to you guys about. For the contemporary readings would be what the future looks like in the city like Fresno or in a city anywhere in the United States. Because that was the goal. What would a futuristic society look like? Would it look like high tech, or would it look like sticks and stones? We won't talk about it here, but the substitute teacher will go over that. Now then, let me go over the main key one more time for you guys who are watching this video. Summarizing text. Last class's goal was to be able to summarize each of the readings in one sentence, in one sentence, maximum 2. Right over here, max 2. That was last class. We read about 8 stories. They were very short stories, and my goal was to make sure that each of you were able to summarize it in less than 1 sentence. But for this class, like I said, you guys are going to be reading a much bigger text. You guys be able to I want you to be able to summarize the text, not only that, to be able to analyze text. Because in last class's period, everybody here who read, you've noticed that we didn't analyze each text. We didn't really analyze what the meaning could mean. We just wanted, the goal was to make sure that, hey, what was this story about in 1 sentence, 2 maximum. Overall, in today's class, you guys will go over it in a much bigger analytical way. You guys will write me an essay by next period. As of right now, I will go over everything that's going to go on, and then when I transition over. But remember, the goal is to summarize text very shortly. You guys have been assigned Fahrenheit 451. But before everything got started, before the substitute teacher introduced that book, he got you guys to draw a little. That's what I was expecting. You guys will turn in that drawing assignment at the end of class, but as for today, you guys will go over the Google form quiz, and then you guys are going to go over a little bit of the essay. The essay we'll do next class, but right now, the only thing to do today will be the drawing. Something fun and creative. Because you guys have always been studying and reading, I wanted to give you guys something light, but still I have to make sure that you guys get you guys' rhetoric. Before you guys watch the movie, you have to give you guys background, and I have to make sure you guys know what you guys are reading into and what you guys are going to watch over. So I imagine that you guys are just barely about to start the popcorn reading phase. Because remember from my class, there are 4 steps that we get through. We transition over here, like always, I set you guys up with 4 steps. From step 1 all the way to step 4, we have basically our agenda for today. I assume that you guys must have finished right here. Step 1 is already done, draw. Now we get to the popcorn reading phase. You guys will popcorn read for a good chunk of the time. And then we get to the Google form. That one is a summary quiz of what you guys have read from chapters 1 all the way to chapter 5 or 6, give or take. But for you guys, I'm hoping you guys get to chapter 5 within the popcorn reading. And then you guys will go over on step 4, the essay that I'll be doing next class. As you can see, I emphasize it here. This essay will be due next class. This drawing activity of the what a dystopian city would look like in your guys' mind, that will be due today, as soon as before you guys leave. So if you do not turn in something to me, a drawing, one simple drawing of what you think a futuristic city will look like, you will not get points. You'll get the attendance, so that way you guys don't get a phone call home. But as for right now, you turn it in, you get your points for the day. So then, let me go over the popcorn reading. So now, you guys have gotten the books that I had in the back near the air conditioner. I had them all stacked up. Now you guys will be able to, read it out. And those who have my IEPs and 504s, I gave the instructions to the substitute teacher. All of you will be able to handle it well. Once you guys are done popcorn reading, you guys are gonna get to know the Google form. You guys will go to the back as usual and grab the tablets. When you guys grab your tablets, you are to open it up, log in with the usual login information, and then you guys are gonna proceed forward to the Google form. The link will be provided by the substitute teacher. I will give him the password and also to be able to give him the opening link for everyone here to access it. You must turn in that form today in class, whenever you guys are watching this. So technically I need 2 things due today. But this is the major one. This is just for me to make sure that you guys actually comprehended the reading. So now we're gonna go over step 4. The essay, I gave the pamphlet to the substitute teacher. I gave him what is expected and what you guys will be going over. All it is, and I'm gonna go over it just briefly, but the substitute teacher will go over it through you guys more because I gave him a more in-depth handout. But anything, it's just a summary of what you guys read up to right now. I wanted to do you guys a very simple essay, just summarize the reading currently in your own words. Nothing else. Now, if that is simple enough, you guys treat the substitute correctly, treat them right with respect, and make sure that you guys turn in that drawing physically, and when you guys are done with the Google form, that you turn it in electronically through the tablet. There's a submit button on that Google form. There's no missing it. You have the substitute teacher here just in case. But what I need from you all today, at the end of your guys' class period, is a drawing.